Hello, this is Michael Silva. In this episode, we are going to talk about establishing an address and telephone number for your security consulting practice. Your consulting practice will need a mailing address. The simplest and easiest thing to do is to use your actual street address. If working from home, this would be your home address. Example would be XYZ Consultants, 9999 Sleepy Hollow Lane, Seattle, Washington, 98101. Consultants who operate out of the home are often reluctant to use their home address as their mailing address for privacy reasons. In these cases, they often choose to get a post office box at either their local United States Postal Service post office or at a private mailbox service. When using a USPS box, your mailing address is a P.O. box number. An example would be as follows: XYZ Consultants, Post Office Box 1234, Seattle, Washington, 98101. A P.O. box at a USPS post office can generally only be used to receive regular U.S. mail and not packages from carriers such as UPS or FedEx. Some consultants feel that using a P.O. box number as their mailing address is unprofessional and sends the wrong message to their clients, and choose to use a private mailbox service instead. Using a private mailbox number allows you to use a street address and box number rather than just a P.O. box address. The way that the post office box number is formatted can give the illusion that it is a suite number rather than a box number. An example would be as follows: XYZ Consultants, 123 Main Street, number 111, Seattle, Washington, 98101. However, some private mailbox services require you to add the letters PMB preceding your box number. PMB stands for private mailbox. This is a clue that can tell people that the address is a mailbox service rather than an actual street address, in some ways defeating the advantage of using a private mailbox instead of a postal service P.O. box. An example of this type of address would be XYZ Consultants, 123 Main Street, PMB number 111, Seattle, Washington, 98101. However, with or without the PMB prefix, most private mailbox services offer the added advantage of allowing you to receive packages from all delivery services, including UPS, FedEx, and private couriers. Many private mailbox services are also capable of notifying you when mail or a package arrives. Many are also capable of forwarding your mail and packages to another address. The UPS Store is a provider of private mailboxes in most major cities throughout the United States. There are also numerous local independent private mailbox services in most cities. The exact types of services offered and the costs vary depending on the service used, so shop carefully to find the one that best meets your needs. Consultants who are targeting clients in a major city but who live in a rural area may choose to get a mailing address in the city in which most of their potential clients are located. For example, a consultant located in a remote part of upstate New York may choose to get a mailing address in Manhattan in New York City, thinking that it will provide them with a marketing advantage. Using a private mailbox service that can forward mail is especially advantageous in these circumstances. The final option is to use what is known as a virtual mailbox service. These are similar to a private mailbox service, but usually don't provide you with an actual mailbox and sometimes don't even have a physical location where you can pick mail up. When setting up a virtual mailbox, you can pick a mailing address in the specific city that you desire. Like with private mailbox services, this consists of a street address and a box number, which may or may not be preceded with the PMB depending on the service used. When a letter or package is received by the virtual mailbox service, the front of it is scanned and the image is sent to you. You then have the option of telling the service to open the mail and scan the contents inside of it, of forwarding the letter or package to you, or disposing of an item such as junk mail into the recycling bin. Popular virtual mailbox services include Anytime Mail, Earth Class Mail, and iPostal One. The costs of these services varies depending on the location of the address chosen and the specific features that you use. Telephone number. Your consulting practice should have its own dedicated business telephone number. The use of a home telephone for business is not recommended. One option is to order a dedicated business telephone service for your office from your telephone or cable company. This type of service is often called landline service and is quickly becoming obsolete. However, this can still be the best choice if you're at a remote location with spotty cell service or if you have unreliable internet service. The second option is to get a dedicated cellular telephone to use as your business telephone. This telephone would be answered using the name of your business and be used exclusively for business purposes. The third option is to use a virtual telephone service such as Google Voice, Ring Central, or OneBox. These services provide you with a telephone number that connects to a computer server at a central location. When a call is received, it is immediately forwarded to another number, such as your cell phone or home telephone. The number that the call is forwarded to is determined by a schedule that you establish within the system. For example, the virtual telephone service could be programmed to call your home office during the day and your cell phone at other times. If you are unable to answer the phone at either location, the caller is forwarded to voicemail. A voicemail message is then sent to you by email. Some services, such as Google Voice, will attempt to transcribe the voicemail into a text message, but the results of this can be mixed depending on the voice quality of the message that has been left. The virtual telephone service is capable of using either a telephone number that is local to your area or a toll-free telephone number. Google Voice is free for personal use, but there is a small monthly charge if used for business purposes. This cost is currently $10 to $30 a month, depending on the options that you choose.